Anger is one of the most destructive emotions a human can feel. It rises quickly, blinds our reason, and often leaves us with regret. The Stoic philosophers Epictetus, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius understood this very well. They knew that uncontrolled anger can ruin friendships, poison families, destroy nations, and shatter our own peace of mind. That is why they developed strategies, practical ways to help us master anger instead of being mastered by it. These strategies are not about suppression, but about understanding, redirecting, and transforming anger into clarity and calm strength. The first strategy is awareness. Anger grows strongest in the shadows of ignorance. When we are unaware of our emotional state, anger takes us by surprise. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Recognize the spark of anger the moment it arises. Pause. Notice your body, your breathing, your thoughts. By naming the emotion, you weaken its grip. The second strategy is delay. Seneca wrote that the best cure for anger is simply time. Anger demands immediacy. It wants us to react without thinking. But if you step back, even for a few breaths, the fire loses fuel. Say to yourself, "I will not answer now, I will wait." Delay creates space, and in that space, reason can return. The third strategy is perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter tomorrow? Will it matter a year from now? Most of what makes us angry is small, temporary, and meaningless in the larger view of life. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself of the vastness of the universe, of how short human life really is. Against that backdrop, an insult or an inconvenience shrinks into nothingness. The fourth strategy is to remember human nature. People act out of ignorance, weakness, or pain. Epictetus said, "When someone does wrong, remember, they act as they believe is right." This does not excuse harmful behavior, but it helps us see that anger is rarely useful. Instead of cursing the storm, recognize that storms follow the nature of the sky. Instead of hating people, remember that humans stumble, just as you stumble. Compassion is stronger than rage. The fifth strategy is to examine your own part. Anger often arises because of pride and ego. Ask yourself, am I offended because I have been truly wronged or because my vanity was hurt? Seneca warned that anger is often the result of unrealistic expectations, that the world should bend to our desires. But the Stoic knows the world will not obey our wishes. By lowering unrealistic expectations, we free ourselves from constant frustration. The sixth strategy is to choose reason as your ruler. Anger clouds judgment. It tells you to strike, to shout, to retaliate. But once anger fades, reason returns, and you are left with shame. The Stoics urge us to make reason our companion in every moment. Before you act, ask, is this in harmony with virtue? Is this worthy of me? In this way, you replace anger with wisdom. The seventh strategy is to transform anger into strength. Do not waste the energy of anger in destructive ways. Instead, redirect it into disciplined action. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." If someone insults you, let their insult become your fuel for patience. If someone betrays you, let their betrayal become your fuel for integrity. Anger then becomes not your master, but your servant. The eighth and final strategy is acceptance of fate. The Stoics remind us the world is beyond our control. People will harm, insult, lie, and disappoint, but whether you burn with rage or remain calm, that choice is yours. Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." To accept fate is to understand. Life will bring storms, but you decide whether to be broken by them or to stand firm like a rock in the sea. These 8 strategies are not quick tricks. They are a lifelong practice. Controlling anger does not mean becoming cold or indifferent. It means becoming free from being enslaved by emotion, free to act with clarity, with justice, with strength. The Stoic does not deny anger, but he transforms it into wisdom. And in doing so, he preserves the most precious gift of all, peace of mind. So the next time anger rises in you, remember, pause, wait. Expand your view, understand human nature. Examine yourself. Return to reason, transform energy into virtue, and accept fate. This is the Stoic way. This is the path to mastery of the self. And so, my friend, anger does not have to be your master. The Stoics teach us that between stimulus and response lies a space, and in that space you hold the power of choice. You can choose clarity over chaos, calm over fury, wisdom over impulse. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." In the end, your true strength is not measured by how loud you shout or how hard you strike, but by how steady you remain when the storm rises within. So carry these 8 Stoic strategies with you. Let them be your shield against anger, your guide in moments of fire. Remember, every test of temper is an invitation to mastery. Choose peace. Thank you for listening, my friend. If this message resonates with your soul, don't forget to subscribe, so we can continue walking this path of wisdom together. Until next time, remain calm, remain strong, remain free.